both of them, it's too late, I'm afraid, because Dmitri was 50 and Adam was 30, and even 30 is too late. To get away with it, what you have to do is start very young when you're brave and stupid, and you fear nothing, and you're not too self-conscious, because what happens is, with the sons of writers, is that it gets to the point where every sentence they write on a blank sheet of paper, they can feel it being attacked from various viewpoints and angles, and it is paralyzing in the end. In fact, I was aware from a very early age that my father was a writer, but I didn't know what kind of writer he was. I mean, he could have been writing westerns or Bodhi's rippers, romantic excesses. And it was not until I read him in my late teens that I saw that he was, as I suspected, he wrote about ordinary life. So I was not at all a bookish child. In fact, I read comics until I was 16, and then reread comics until I was 18. And what changed me was my stepmother, who was also a distinguished writer, Elizabeth Jane Howard. And she gave me Jane Austen, Pride and Prejudice to read. And I went into my room with it, thinking that I probably wouldn't understand a word of it, but in fact it's tremendously accessible, as we all know. And then after about half an hour, I went and knocked on her study door and said, "You've got to tell me, does Elizabeth marry Mr. Darcy, and does Jane marry Mr. Bingley?" And she looked stern for a minute, and I thought she was going to say, "Well, you'll have to find out for yourself." But then she melted and said, "Yes." And later we talked about it and agreed that this was the key to Jane Austen's particular spell, is that she creates, at least in 3 of the novels, creates a heroine and a hero who are made for each other. Now that's a common phrase, but made for each other by a genius. And we know, for instance, that Mr. Darcy is going to be very much democratized by Elizabeth. In fact, he already is, in that when he clears up the little sister's elopement, which involves him in rather distasteful, vulgar arrangements and bribes and payings off and so on. But he does do that for her, and becomes really friendly with Elizabeth's uncle, who's in trade. I mean, in 1800, no aristocrat mingled with people who were in trade. She democratizes him, and he will make her a bit more serious, and she won't be making these remarks that shock everyone, and hurtful remarks. The best example is Emma, when she humiliates Mrs. Bates. Suppress the liveliness a bit, make them a bit more sensitive and impactful. So that's her spell. But when I did start reading, it was 2 writers particularly gripped me and went on gripping me and still do, and then Nabokov, as you would expect, and Saul Bellows. And I think they occupy, they're more alike than not alike in that they both come from St. Petersburg, and they